Yeah, it's 4 days to the FIFA 2026 World Cup. I'm just here to preview the World Cup and I'm going to talk about the favorite teams and the contenders. For me, the favorites are teams I feel and I think should make it to the semi-finals, and one or two of them should make it to the finals. Why there are other teams I think people might not rate, but I think they would be able to make it to the semi-finals. My favorite teams for this 2026 World Cup, first off, is France. I think France are a very good team, well-balanced team. They have a lot of good players all over the pitch. I think they have a well-balanced team in terms of talent. I mean, from the goalkeeper section to the defense to the midfield to the attack, especially the attack. I think France has the best and the most deadly attack in the world currently, and they have a good enough midfield and a very good defense. So it's just about finding the balance. So for me, France are a very, very good team, and I think they are one of the favorites to win this FIFA World Cup. And I would be surprised if they don't make it to the semi-final. So number one is France, while number two is the current holders, Argentina. Argentina already has an advantage with Lionel Messi in the team. But again, we've seen that all over the years prior to the last World Cup. They had a very good team. They had Messi in the team, but the team wasn't that gelled and balanced. But what they have been able to do in recent years is find a balanced team, a team that is comprising of players who are willing to play for the greater cause, not just for ego or for themselves. And I think that's what makes Argentina a very good side and one of the favorites to retain the World Cup. So it's not just about individual qualities for Argentina, but all the players seems to be on the same page currently, and they all want to play for the greater good, which was in the last World Cup was, according to all of them, win the World Cup for Messi. But now they are all playing as a team. That's the most important thing when it comes to having a World Cup team and all of that, or a team in a tournament. You need to have a team that are united and playing for a good cause and for one particular purpose, which is to win for the team and not for individual success and all of that. So I think that's what put Argentina as one of the favorites to retain this World Cup. So for me, I expect Argentina to get to the semi-finals and maybe get to the final again. Third team is Spain. Spanish teams all over the years have been known for very good midfielders. At a point, they had Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Xabi Alonso, Santi Cazorla, Juan Mata, David Silva, all of that. But currently, they don't boast of that caliber of midfielders anymore. But what they have now is a team that is united, a team that is willing to play for a cause. Just like Argentina, Spain don't have too many big names, but they have a working team. A team that is willing to play according to how the coach wants, a team that is willing to pay for the greater good and all of that. And that's very important, and that's what makes Spain another favorite. And I think they should or will get to the semi-finals. Lastly, another favorite, people don't really want to admit it, but for me, I'll put them as a favorite because of their team. I mean, currently, I think they have one of the best team in the world. I'm talking about Portugal. Apart from Ronaldo, they have a very well orchestrated, a very well oiled, a very well balanced midfield. Talking about the midfield of João Neves, Vitinha, and Bruno Fernandes. This, for me, currently, this is the deadliest midfield in the world, or the best midfield in the world, because on form, these players are currently on form, and I think they will bring that form into the World Cup. While in defense, they have a very good defense, a capable enough defense. In attack, they have good talents there, even though it hasn't really showed the recent World Cup. But I think in this World Cup, you have to put Portugal as one of the favorites. You have to put them as one of the favorites. But one thing I know Portugal, or one thing I've observed with Portugal in recent competition, is the fact that they don't play as a team. Maybe because some of them have grievances against each other, or I don't know. Some are going for individual glories and all of that. But I think if Portugal can put that aside in this World Cup, I see them going far, at least getting to the semi-finals. So for me, Portugal is a definite favorite for this World Cup. While on the contender side, we have England. England have the names, they have the talent, though some of these names and talents are overhyped, as we've all come to know. But England do have good players. It's just about getting them to work and play good football. Seeing England teams of the past, they've always had the name, they've always had the players, the talents, but the managers over the years don't seem to get the best out of them. So I hope Thomas Tuchel can do that, because Tuchel is actually good when it comes to cup competitions. I would lie, but it's about getting the best out of these players, and he left some interesting names out of the squad. So I hope is able to get them to work, because that's the most important thing. The next contender for me is Brazil. I know Brazil are far off where they need to be. Like, you can see the shirt I'm wearing, that's 5 stars for Brazil. They've won the World Cup 5 times, more than any other country in the world, and it's so sad to see the state of football in Brazil currently. They have talent here and there, but this is not the Brazil teams we used to know. Brazil teams used to have superstars from the goalkeeper to the striker, and not just superstars, but superstars that play, that perform for their country. But these days they have 1 or 2 superstars, but they don't seem to play well when it comes to Brazil. So I hope they are able to change this in this World Cup, especially with Carlo Ancelotti. I know some of those players played under Carlo Ancelotti, so I hope he will be able to bring out the best from them, because going through their roster, I can see some interesting names. They have good players. They have good players there. Vinicius, Rafinha, Casemiro, Alisson, the goalkeeper, Ederson, the second choice who's not even playing. So they have good players. They just need to get it working. And I know Carlo Ancelotti is a top manager, so I hope he will be able to get that working. So for me, Brazil is one of the contenders, and over time, I think going well as the competition progresses, if they perform well, they would definitely be named as one of the favorites. But for now, they are contenders. The next contender is Germany. Germany are not too much of a good team currently, but one thing is you don't really need too many superstars to perform. All you need is the team playing as one. And I've seen that in Germany's recent international friendlies. So there's something there that needs to be worked on. And I know Nagelsmann would definitely work on these players and they will do well. So for now, I'll put them as contenders. Me, one of the contenders which is from Africa, or I think will be able to do well from Africa, is Morocco. I see Morocco getting as far as the quarterfinals, because they have a good team. They have a good team. They have a team that can do that. And with the way they play very well. Don't even put them down as an African team. I know there's this stereotype around African teams not wanting to put the ball on the ground or play free-flowing football and all of that. Morocco play football like proper football. Like, they put the ball on the ground, they attack you, and all of that. And they have currently the best right back in the world, Hakimi and Diaz. And for me, they are not a team of superstars, but they are a team of players who are willing to work, who are willing to run, who are willing to play for one cause. And for me, I will always take that over a team filled with superstars, because sometimes egos get into the place, and I don't see that in this Morocco team. And that's why I think they are one of the contenders, and I would be surprised if they don't make it to the quarterfinals at least. Another team who are making their first appearance ever in a FIFA World Cup, and a team I feel will be a dark horse and an underdog in this year's World Cup, is Norway. Norway has been scoring free-flowing in qualifiers. I think Erling Haaland scored the most goals. Matthew Odegaard provided the most assists. They have a good team. Norway. So I just can't rule them out. I think they will be able to go far. They might not go past the quarterfinals, but they will do well in this World Cup. And this being their first World Cup, I think they will take it seriously. So that's why I have Norway down as one of the contenders. So for me, these are my favorites and my contenders for this FIFA 2026 World Cup. So I hope I was able to get it right and you are able to agree with my arguments. But if you don't, and you feel some other team should have made it to this list, please talk to me in the comment section, guys. Peace out.